All right, now I've got the trim around the fireplace tacked in, installed correctly, very tight, clean finish, and I just fit it in for a test fit, and it slides in there really nicely with a nice reveal trim molding black around it, and it looks like it's recessed into our faux stack stone panels, and I'm happy with it. So I still have to pull it out and plug it in to fire it up and get the labels off of it here. And what I'm going to do next, and what I figured I'd do, is go ahead and screw these in with my black drywall screws. I think I got 2.5 inch, something around that length. And I'm going to screw these into areas that, you know, you won't see them, like underneath the stones and corners and stuff like that. And if I have to, I'll come back with some touch-up paint just to touch up the heads. I'm not going to put too many screws in it, and I'm not going to pull those off to put glue on the back, because I didn't have very much luck when I used glue on the back with these faux stone panels before. So from here on out, actually, I started with my faux stone projects years ago. I stopped using the glue adhesive because it was just a waste of time. It was messy, it got all over the place, and it wouldn't stick instantly. Where a screw, you get it in place, put a few screws in key spots around the panel, boom, you're done, and it stays there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to put a 2x4 framing up for our faux mantle that's going to go up top there, and I think I am going to keep this length. I'm going to have the 2x4 frame coming off here and down, and then the faux panel, faux wood beam will just mount right to it, and I'll probably just screw in from up underneath just to get some, and I'll probably use some adhesive, clear caulking adhesive or something like that to make sure it stays up there nice. But I'll first have to paint up here as well. So in this video, welcome back to TW Home Show. Welcome back to this video. This is part 4, I believe, and this is going to be the grand finale of this replacing my fireplace insert, because I didn't know it was going to go on for this long. And all the stuff I did in part 1 to part 3 was not that time consuming. It was just I had to make the time and have the proper materials ready and have the camera ready for whenever I wanted to do something. Like I said, I don't normally make videos of large projects like this because it's double the time with doing the editing and filming at the same time as doing your project and concentrating on that. So stick around and we'll get going in this video, and I'm going to make this video sped up a little bit so to help your patience. All right, we're at a point now where I have to make that miter cut on the beam, the faux beam, and this is a big piece. Now this is a piece I had, this is like a remnant that I had left over from doing the other room, and you can see here now, let me get you around here. This piece, I did have a cut in there where I hit a piece of metal, I guess a support metal that's inside here, that's inside the form, and I decided to recut on my last project. But since this is all I have, this is supposed to be, according to my measurements, enough to go from this angle and then do the whole front of the fireplace. So, and I hardly have any to spare. So I'm gonna have to reuse this, and that shouldn't be a problem. I did get some brown caulking, and I've got regular clear caulk to where I could touch that up. So that's not a big concern for me. The main concern is getting this cut right. This is at a 22.5, or actually I figured from all my cutting down here about 23. It's a little bit larger than a 22.5 angle, so about a 23-degree angle here and then down here, and that's got to be, this whole thick section has to be an angle cut, and then I can cut straight that way. So this is the nerve-wracking part. So let me get through here. I'll get you a few cut shots, and then we'll see if this lines up. Now, if by chance I mess this up, I figure, well, I've already got the wood support built back through there, so I could always go to Lowe's and get some regular wood and do a stain or whatever. But I really want to use this because it would match the other room, the beams we have in the other room. And I mean, I got enough here, I just can't mess it up. And if it's a little off on the angle, we got a little gap, just like down here. That's hardly no gap at all, but little gaps you can caulk and then touch up paint to make it blend in. So we've got a little room for error, but not much. So let's get this thing cut. All right, so I got my beam out here, and I've got my cut marked going up here, which is straight through, and then down here, which is going to be at an angle like this. If you can see the blade, it's going to be at an angle going through. So hopefully that angle matches up with our line here. Give it a shot. And then we're going to take the same piece and cut the reverse angle like this. So wish me luck. That's one of the metal pieces right there. And that blade won't go through it. So we got to be careful. I have to get something in there that will cut that metal. It actually looks like a screw in there that they use before they do the form. Yeah, because it's threaded, see? Yep, it's a screw. And I don't want it to break the top off. Maybe I'll be able to get it out from here. Because if there's a gap in here, it won't really matter. Let's see. Doing anything. The only thing to do is rip this screw out. Only thing I can do. All right, I loosened this up, and this is like a wood filler piece that was stuck in there, or at least it came out like a wood filler piece. So I'm gonna save this and then caulk that back in there after we remove this screw right there. All right, guys, my camera went dead. My Osmo 2, I think they call it. My Osmo 3 went defective, so I had to return that last week. So this has turned into a big hassle. So I've got it on my phone now. I want to show you. I just cut these pieces, and it looks like it's going to be pretty good. That's where I took the screw out, and I got saved a little cap piece that I can silicone back in. But there's our cut, but I can't really match it because we have a gap in here, and this is going to be a difficult part too. Yeah, difficult part too right there. So once I start cutting that out, and I can't properly align it down there yet, this is going to be kind of guesswork, and it's going to get complicated. So just to let you know, I'll jump back in here once I start figuring this out, and then we'll see how it fits. But I apologize, the camera's not working now, so I can't hold my cell phone and do all this at the same time, which is a shame. So let's see how I can do on that. All right, guys, I got it. I got the beam up there. It's not, you know, finished, detailed yet, but I managed to get it. Right here, there's a small gap we have to fill in color. I made the curve here fit there all the way down, and then we've got this 45, or I don't know, 22.5 cut to make a 45 right there, and a nice slim seam here. And these I bolted together, and I also bolted this up against the wall here to make it sturdy. I'll show you if we can see up in here. There's a bracket right here, L bracket. And then I also did the same. I made a 45 bracket right here. See that? So that holds this together nice and sturdy. So when we fill this, it's not going to crack. If somebody bumps into it or anything, it'll hold this corner sturdy. The whole thing is nice and sturdy. And of course, see, it's empty, hollow up through there. But, you know, when you're step back and you're at eye level, you can't see that. So I'm very happy with the accomplishments I did today. Now I will probably hit these seams. I've got some brown paintable caulking I'm going to hit that with, and these areas right here. And I got that little piece I can fill with brown caulking, put that piece back over top of here, and I got to fill out this corner here. And then if the brown caulking, it probably won't blend, but I'm going to get some matching walnut touch-up paint. Just kind of blend in there and wipe it into the rest of the wood. And that ought to do it. Looks good. That's a wrap for the caulking. All right, I'm to the stage where I've got all my caulking done, all the seams sealed. I got clear caulking on the stone here, on the faux stone panels. And first time I tried this, used brown caulking to fill in the crevices on the faux wood beams. I mean, it's along the same shades of a walnut like this is, but it doesn't really blend in. So I did order a wood touch-up paint for multiple style woods, oak and stuff that I can kind of blend in here, hopefully get this looking a little bit better. And let me show you up close so you know what I mean. So here is the fill in. And I've got the clear silicone fill in right here down this seam, which I almost don't even need touch-up paint, but if you get up close, it kind of looks like gooey kind of snot. So we're gonna touch that up right now. I've got some of that old paint mixture. It consists of like 3 or 4 different colors. So I'm gonna put some on a paper plate, and I've got a little tiny brush, and then I'm gonna show you how I use the 4 different shades of colors and kind of blend this in. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I've got like 4 different shades here of color, and we're going to try to reproduce this the best we can. All right, so that touch-up paint around the corners there, the faux stone beam, turned out really nice. Take a closer look. It's close enough. And of course, that's still wet, so it'll have to dry, and it will dry a little bit more flatter. Right now, it kind of looks shiny. So, and of course, we got our beam. I've shown you before. Like I said, I got some touch-up paints coming for that, but I think for this video, we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. But there's a few things I want to go over with you on this TOUCHSTONE fireplace. Remember, this is a smart fireplace. It'll work with your Amazon smart device. And I was playing with it last night. It's got really unique features. You can set all the flame settings and stuff right from the comfort of your couch. So, and you can do that also right on your phone within the app. So let me go over that with you. All right, what can this TOUCHSTONE fireplace do? This is the Sideline 40-inch by TOUCHSTONE, and it's a smart enabled fireplace, Wi-Fi connection, and the first form of functionality, how you can control it, is right up here, and here is hidden buttons. So I can turn it off. Like that. On up here. And a few more settings, but this would be an easier method to use the remote because you can't hardly see in here for the buttons. But if you didn't have quick access to this, you can always control it by the buttons in here. But some of these are limited, even on this remote control, a little bit limited as to how fully functional this fireplace can be and all the different settings. So we're going to go over here with the remote control first. And I can turn it on and off, of course, from here. Right here I've got a flame symbol at the top. This is going to change your colors. You got 3 options: blue and orange, or blue. Of course, I like the realistic look of the orange. And then you got this button here. It's like a bottom light. That's your ember color or brightness, I believe. Yeah, it scrolls through the different colors of the logs ember down there. And there's so many of them. And it's easier to do this on the app. But we'll just leave it like that for now. And then you got this sun right here. Press that, and that will be the level of brightness on the embers. Notice level 5 is the brightest. And then you've got, I don't know if that's a light bulb at the bottom. Yeah, that's the brightness of the flames. So F1 is the lowest brightness, or FO is off. I like the F5. Right here, we got the time setting, and up there tells you that's 30-minute interval, and it will shut off. That's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, up to 8 hours. And then right here, looks like a little timer setting. Let's see, not sure what that does, what that is doing. And then right here, we've got like these wavy symbols right here. That just turned the heat on, H1 setting. I can feel the heat. And you got it high setting, H2. And then HO is off. And it'll run for 5 minutes, they say, just to run the blower to cool it down. And then right here, looks like a thermometer. And that's where you can set a thermometer so you can have it click on and off automatically at whatever temperature setting you set there. So that's how you control it with the remote control. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with the app once you install the TOUCHSTONE Fireplace app. All right, now I'm going to show you how to control it with the TOUCHSTONE Fireplace app. I'm going to open up the app here. Notice I've already got it programmed in here, living room fireplace. I'm going to press that. And here we go. Now I'm going to, at the bottom left corner, I'm going to hit the on off button. Works instantly. And here I can change the app from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Really easy. And I can control the temperature thermostat right from here. Just scroll this around this wheel. Right now we're in Florida and it's not too cold, so I'm going to click that down, even though I just clicked it on. So it's going to cool off for a little bit before it actually clicks off. I can press heat off here, right there, heat off, and it gives me different levels. Cancel that. And then down here at the bottom right, you've got function. And this is what I like, is this function here. I've already set up a schedule for it. You can see I set, it comes on every evening at 7 p.m. and at night at 12:30 a.m. it goes off. That's the schedule I have it right now. So we can go back And flame color, I got it set to orange. If you press that, it gives you different options. You can have orange and blue, like I showed you, orange or blue only. So we're going to switch it back to orange. Flame brightness, I can tap that, and now it's at 100% currently. I can set it to 20%. It's dimmer. The flames, notice. I'm going to set that back. Let's try 80%. Okay, let's try, go back to 100. Flame speed. Now I didn't know anything about this, that you could do this until I got into this app last night. So we can tap on flame speed. It's set on 1. We can go to 2. Notice if you see the flame speed up. Let's set it up to 3. It says the default speed is setting at 3 when it comes shipped from the factory. Let's do 4. Say you got your heat blasting, so you want the flames to match. So let's do the highest flame speed, 5. That's like a roaring fireplace right there. So we'll go back to the default at speed 3. And ember color right here. Remember I told you this was easier to do on here because you can see all the different colors. Magenta, blue. Blue is not very bright. And try green. Now you can do ember brightness. You can set it to pulsating, which I thought was pretty cool. So it will pulsate through that color that you set. I'm going to set this back to, I think I had it at yellow. It's not very true to color because that kind of looks like a red. If I go to red, how about orange? So it doesn't really change between orange and reddish and yellows. But I got the ember brightness at 100%. I'm going to set it back to pulsating. Pulsating embers. And the next setting is timer. We're going to cancel timer. But notice the timer, you got up to 8 hours. You can set the heat or the fireplace to stay on. We're going to cancel out. And then flame only, no heat. You can select that so you don't have the heater come on. And that's it. So guys, that'll wrap it up. Hope you liked the entire video collection of replacing my insert fireplace insert with the TOUCHSTONE Sideline 40-inch. I think everything came together well and successful. There's a few minor things, but I think I can live with it. Thank you for joining me on another one of my videos, and I'll see you on the next one.